This tutorial is intended for users with little or no experience with moving light controllers. We will walk new users through the process of creating a new show, patching fixtures, creating groups and presets, and finally building and saving queues. For the purpose of this video, we will be referencing MPC, although all M-Series console software is fundamentally identical, and show files stored on any type of M-Series console can be used on any other. Begin by powering up the console. The console will boot to a start screen, giving you the option to start a new show, load an existing show file, join a network show, or continue with the last used show file. Touch New Show. Touch Yes to confirm the new show file creation. You can now choose to enter a name for the show file by typing it in the box and touching OK. If you have not attached an external keyboard, you can access the virtual keyboard anytime by touching the keyboard icon. The console will create a new show and load predefined views. The first step in building a show will be adding your fixtures to the show file and patching them. Fixtures include all items you will be controlling from the console, from dimmers to automated lights to foggers and media servers. There are two ways to enter the patch. Option 1 is to touch the M function soft key, then touch Menu. By default, the Show tab should be selected, but if it's not, touch Show, and finally Edit Patch. The second option, which is much easier, is to touch the M function soft key and touch Edit Patch. It's not necessary to add all the fixtures of a specific type at once. For this tutorial, we will patch 3 trusses with 5 Mac Viper Profile and 5 Viper Wash per truss, and a 12 dimmer pack controlling 4 conventional channels on truss 1 for specials. Each truss will get a single universe routed to it, and the dimmer pack will be on universe 3. It's a good idea to use a different 100 number range for each type of fixture, and to start each hanging position at a number ending in 1. This helps quickly identify the type and location of fixtures. Viper profiles will be numbered 111 through 115, 121 through 125, and 131 through 135. Viper Wash will follow the same sequence in the 200 range. The 4 specials will be 1 through 4. We will use the commands method of patching and add fixtures and patch by universe and fixture type. Watch the patch tutorials for additional methods of patching. Touch Commands, then touch New Fixture. This opens the fixture library. Touch Standard Library to open the library of predefined fixture types. On the far left is the Manufacturer column. Moving to the right are all the manufacturer fixture types, then Fixture Setup for mode selection, and on the far right is the DMX profile of the selected mode. To find the Martin Viper profile, touch the M tab, then touch the Martin tab. The arrows on the top and bottom allow you to scroll through the manufacturer list. Now we see all the available Martin fixtures. Touch the M tab to quickly move us to the Mac range, and then arrow down until we see the Viper profile listed. Touch Mac Viper profile and we see the available modes listed on the right. We will choose the 16-bit mode for this demo by touching the 16-bit button. The column on the right now shows us the DMX profile of the selected mode. Touch Auto Patch to patch the fixtures. The Name button allows you to enter a specific name for the fixture, but is not relevant to this demonstration. Define the number of fixtures you're adding by touching the plus button until you have 5 in the box. You can also double tap the box and enter the number on the on-screen keypad, and touch Close. Since we want to define our fixture ID, touch the Auto button to turn off Auto ID. Double tap the box and enter 111 on the on-screen keypad and touch Close. We do want to patch to Universe 1 for our Truss 1 fixture, so we can leave Universe and Address as Auto on. When you patch to your Truss 2 and 3 fixture, simply touch the Auto button to turn Auto off and press the plus to select the universe you want to patch to. Now that all selections are done, touch Apply to Patch to complete the command. Let's patch the Truss 1 Viper Wash using the Choose Type method. Touch Choose Type, then Standard Library. Touch the M button on the manufacturer list, then touch Martin. Touch the M button under Fixtures, then page down to Mac Viper Wash. Touch the Mac Viper Wash, and then 16-bit extended as our fixture mode. Touch Use Fixture Type. The command line changes, and you can now enter the number of fixtures by assigning them the fixture IDs we want to use. On your keypad, type 211 through 215. This tells the console we will be adding 5 Viper Wash number 211 through 215. The Universe button determines what universe our patch commands apply to. Touching plus and minus changes the active universe. Since it shows Universe 1, we only need to press @201 as our starting address and press Enter. The wash fixtures are now added to the show file with fixture ID and patch information. Now we need to patch our 4 specials as channels. In the M-Series console, everything you add to your show is a fixture, and a channel is just a fixture type. We'll assume the starting address for the dimmer pack is 501 on Universe 3, and that our specials are on dimmers 1, 4, 5, and 10, or Universe 3 DMX address 501, 504, 505, and 510. We could use the command method and patch them individually to specific addresses, or the choose type method to add 4 channels, then patch them in the command line. We'll use the choose type method for this demo. Touch choose type, then standard library. The generic manufacturer contains channels, non-dims, and all types of generic fixtures. Touch the G tab, then generic, and finally channel. Touch use fixture type to select channels and close the fixture library. On your keypad, type 1 through 4 to tell the console we're adding 4 channels with the fixture ID range of 1 through 4. Then press Enter to add them to the show file with no patch information. You can also use the plus key on your console to define non-sequential IDs. For example, we could have typed 1 through 4 plus 12 plus 15 plus 21 through 24 to add 10 channels with the appropriate IDs. We'll now patch channel 1 at address 501 on Universe 3 by typing 1 at 501/3 on the keypad and pressing Enter. The /3 indicates you're patching to a universe not currently the selected one. If you need to patch a channel to multiple dimmers, you can use plus or through keys. So 1 at 501 plus 503 through 505 would have patched the channel to all those dimmers. If you need to patch a fixture to an additional address after you've initially patched, you choose the Add New Address button after pressing the @ key. Continue by patching 2 at 504/3, Enter, 3 at 505/3, Enter, and 4 at 510/3, Enter. Now pause the video and finish patching your Viper profiles and wash using the method you're most comfortable with. Remember, Truss 2 fixtures will be patched to Universe 2 and have the fixture ID 121 through 125 for profiles and 221 through 225 for wash, and Truss 3 will be Universe 3 with the profile ID 131 through 135 and the wash 231 through 235. Restart the video when you've finished. Now that we've added fixtures to our show file, we need to record groups and presets. Groups are collections of fixtures stored for quick recall, and presets are position, color, and gobo parameters, etc., stored to buttons for quick recall and use in storing and updating queues. Typically, your starting groups would be a group that selects all of each fixture type, and then each fixture type by truss. So we'll create a group for all Viper profile, and then additional groups of Truss 1 profiles, Truss 2 profiles, and Truss 3 profiles. On the left side of the screen, you'll see the factory default views. The arrows at the top and bottom allow you to page up and down through the available view pages. Touch the Fixtures Groups View button. You'll see in the fixture window all the fixtures you've patched, and using the arrows on the right, scroll up and down through the fixture window. Below that is Fixture Groups. We'll start by creating an All Viper Profile button. We can select all the Vipers by double-tapping 111, then touching the 135 button, or choosing the fixture buttons individually, or the most common method is to enter 111 through 135 on your keypad and press Enter. Press Record and touch a Group button to record the group. If you want to enter a name for the group, you can immediately after you record it by using the internal or external keyboard and then press Enter. We'll name this group as All Profiles. Press Clear twice to clear the programmer completely. You can now select all your profiles by touching the All Profiles Group button. Touching it again will deselect them. Let's create the Truss 1 Profiles group by entering 111 through 115, pressing Record, and touching a group button. Name it Truss 1 Profile. Continue creating groups for your remaining Vipers, Wash, and Specials. For this tutorial, your final groups page should look like this. Pause the video and continue when you're finished. The next step in the process is creating presets. Presets are the building blocks of cues and allow you to quickly select or update focus, position, color, gobos, and other parameters of the fixtures. As an example, if we want to focus all the Truss 1 profiles at the lead singer in Q1, we can select them, use next and last to step through them and focus them on the singer, and then record the cue using the hard values. If we wanted to focus them there again later, we would have to repeat the long process of focusing them, and if we needed to update the focus at each venue, we would have to do it for each cue. If, after focusing them on the lead singer, we instead record a pan and tilt preset and label it lead singer, we can apply that preset every time we want them focused there. If we needed to update the position, we simply update the preset, and it's applied to all the cues referencing the preset. In addition, using presets allows you to quickly see what each fixture is doing when viewing the cue list values window or when in the programmer. The M-Series console breaks down presets into 7 categories. The categories are intensity, pan and tilt, color, gobo, beam, and beam effects, and framing. Touching the tabs at the bottom of the presets window allows you to tab through the various types. By default, only parameters assigned to each category will be stored in that preset type. So if you had your Viper's intensity at full and in color red and adjusted the pan and tilt parameters to record a new focus position, when you recorded the pan and tilt preset, only pan and tilt values would be recorded. To record a preset, select your fixtures, adjust the values of the parameters you want to record, touch the appropriate preset tab, press record, and touch a preset button. Just like groups, you can label the preset immediately by entering the name on either the external or internal keyboard. For this tutorial, we'll store 3 pan and tilt presets and 3 color presets. Using your groups, select all the Vipers and Wash, and press full to turn on the intensity. Press the pan and tilt LCD or soft button to make the pan and tilt values active on the encoders. Adjust the values by turning the encoders. You can use the next and last buttons to step through your selected fixtures to focus them individually, and you can reselect all your fixtures by pressing and holding the period key and then pressing enter. Touch the pan and tilt tab, touch record, and then touch an empty pan and tilt preset button. Label this preset lead singer. Quickly store 2 more pan and tilt presets and label them stage wash and audience wash. When you're done, press clear twice to clear the programmer. Pause the video now and start it again once you've stored your 3 presets. Using the process we just used, we'll store 3 color presets. Select all your Vipers and Wash, press the color LCD button, adjust the CMY color values to 0, and store in button 10 labeled No Color. Adjust magenta and yellow to full, and store in button 1 labeled Red, and then adjust magenta and yellow to 0 and cyan to full, and store on button 5 as cyan. Now press clear twice to clear the programmer. We're now ready to record cues to a cue list. Select all your Vipers and Wash and turn them on by pressing full. Touch the Stage Wash preset and then the Cyan preset. Press record and touch any button associated with a fader. A pop-up window will open allowing you to name the cue list. Let's call it Tutorial. Press enter or touch a cue list type to record the first cue of your new cue list. The cue list has now been created and selected as the active cue list, so the master playback area will now control it. Any new record commands will be added to the tutorial cue list by default. To run the cue, press the top button on the fader or press the master go. Press clear twice to clear your programmer. Select your specials and turn them on by pressing 1 through 4 full on your keypad. Go to the groups view and select the Truss 1 Vipers, then select lead singer and no color presets. Record the second cue by pressing record, then enter. You'll note that a second cue will be added to the cue list. Select all your Wash and make them red. Select all your Vipers and move them to the audience Wash in red. Press record and enter to store your third cue. Press clear twice to clear your programmer. Touch the Cue List View button to see the cue list you've created. Pressing the Master Go button will run the cues in the default time. You can name your cues or adjust timing values for the cues by touching Edit Mode to enable editing, then touch the item you want to change and type in a name or enter a value. So to name Q1 Intro, touch the namespace for Q1 and type Intro on your keyboard, and press Enter. To change the time of Q2 to 5 seconds, touch the fade value for Q2 and enter 5 on the keypad and press Enter. To edit a preset, press Edit, then the Preset button and Enter. Edit the values you want to change and press Update. The preset has been edited and any cues referencing it will now use the new values. You can edit an existing cue by touching Edit, Cue, and the cue number and pressing Enter. Change whatever values you'd like to change in the cue, then press Update. Congratulations, you've set up your show file, stored groups and presets, stored and edited your first cues, and edited a preset. Please watch the library of training videos for much more in-depth information on all the console capability.